Hello and welcome to No Particular Order, Amanda Biscuit's weekly top 5 list show where we list our top 5 whatevers in no particular order. This week, we're not doing that. It's the new year. We're going to list the top 15 biggest things of 2015. All right, we're going to get right into our one mega list this week. Again, that's the top 15 biggest things of 2015. All right, so let's start at the top with some video games. We'll just kind of rattle them off in a group to try and keep things short. But our biggest video games for this year, first three things on the list: The Witcher 3, Bloodborne, and Fallout 4. No surprise if you've been watching the show. At least two of us have played each of those games. I think maybe I'm the only one that played The Witcher 3.
I think Jay got it.
Oh yeah, Jay got it.
Yeah,
but...
I got it. I made it about 5 minutes in, and then duty called. So
yeah.
I haven't picked it back up since. I did, however, pick up it. I mean, Fallout 4.
What I might end up doing is just
rat. Yeah. The internet is dying tonight. We're still trying to bring you a show. But what were you going to end up doing, TJ?
Well, I was going to say what I might end up doing is transforming Bloodborne Fridays into Witcher 3 Fridays. So I can come over to your place and play it.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Sounds like a blast. It's my favorite game from those three on the list. I think for Jay, his favorite game would be Fallout 4, and for TJ, his favorite game would be Bloodborne. So I guess that works out pretty well.
Yeah, so, I mean, I kind of wish that the rest of this list reflected that kind of like concise and beautiful and like just well-organized nature, but it does not.
Nope.
Hey, typical Man Biscuit fashion, it is nothing but chaos after this.
We led with the best part. Get ready for the shit show. Here we go. All right, let's move on to some movies. The next four, bringing us to a total of 7. Of course, Star Wars. Obviously, yeah. Star Wars. I mean, if even I enjoyed it, then it deserves to be on this list. And
I don't care if you hated it. I don't care if like it killed your family and burned down your childhood home. It would still be on this list.
Like I watched the other day I watched The Big Bang Theory, and Will Wheaton went and watched Star Wars with them, and his reaction was, it's better than I thought it would be, and that seems to be your general consensus of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. What I really appreciated, though, about that episode of The Big Bang Theory is that he came in wearing the Star Trek uniform and the Vulcan ears saying, "Bring it, bitches." But... all right, moving on. Other movies on the list. We got Avengers, Ant-Man, and Mad Max Fury Road. Probably the best year the MCU has had since the MCU has been a thing, in my opinion. And we'll get into more of that later when we get into TV, hint, hint. And yeah, I'm the odd man out. I haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road, but I've heard nothing but good things.
So good.
So good.
It is so good.
But I have it here. I'll bring it over next time I see it.
I have it here, and I'm like 20 feet away from him.
So what is your excuse here for not having seen it?
Well, I wanted to see it at the theater, and
I bet I didn't get the opportunity to do that, and I bet it would have been a much better experience, but still totally worth it.
Theater.
Yeah. I'll probably pick up the Blu-ray at some point and pop it in. I just, for movies like that, I like to get them on Blu-ray. Anyway, that's my excuse. All right, so those are our films. Ant-Man, I just want to say, really kind of came out of left field for me. I thought it'd just be, another ho-hum filler movie for the MCU, but it's got to be up there as one of my favorites. It was really great. All right,
it's the only one on the list I haven't seen.
Oh,
that one was not.
It's very much worth seeing. They did an excellent job of integrating what could have been just an absolute flop of a character into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
and they were. I mean, there was a lot of speculation as to whether or not that was going to be Marvel's first flop, and as it turned out, it was not.
No, and I mean, part of it is, look, I like Michael Douglas even in bad Michael Douglas movies. I mean, he's just pretty rad, and Paul Rudd is hilarious, and he brought a lot of humor, and that's when those little side movies, we talked about at the time too, right? You know, it's, those side movies tend to be the more humorous side of the MCU, and it pulled it off with panache. All right, yeah, all right, let's move on to some television. This is going to be the biggest part of our list. We have 6 entries, bringing our total to 13 on the top 15 list. So first on the list, and first in my heart, Daredevil, followed by Jessica Jones and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt for the Netflix trifecta. Absolutely love all 3 of those. We said goodbye to Parks and Rec this year, but guess what? In 2 weeks, the final season will be on, guess where? Netflix. And you'll be able to watch it all in a week or 2 if you're a human.
No, I saw the farewell episode. It's already on.
It's not on Netflix. It releases on January 16th.
Oh, maybe I saw it on Xfinity then.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was on TV first. It will be on Netflix on January 16th.
Well, I mean on demand as opposed to, like, I can't watch anything during prime time because I'm working.
Right.
And so every when I come home, I have to, like, snag what I can.
Yep. So the full run will be on, and it's, you know, there's no excuse not to just, like, binge the show start to finish. Maybe skip the first season unless you're absolute
I don't know.
completist, but
like, a lot of people said that the first season was really weak and that you should just kind of skip it and pick it up with the second season. And it does improve as the show goes through that narrative arc and developing the characters. But I still enjoyed the first season.
Well, I enjoyed it too. I started with it, and it got me hooked enough to watch subsequent seasons. So, I'm just saying, when I go back and binge it from start to finish, I might skip the first season. So, yeah.
There's so much Pratt stuff that I really liked.
That's true. I guess you have a point there. All right, moving on with the TV, a couple of more things. These are more events. Basically a big shakeup of what had been the absolute staple for the last 8 years of the Comedy Central late night lineup, with Colbert moving on to take over for David Letterman on CBS, and you also had Jon Stewart hanging him up, going into retirement, and apparently now he's jealous of John Oliver with his freedom on HBO, so he's probably going to be doing a show over there now, but it won't be the same. It won't be the same, and The Daily Show hasn't been the same. No offense to that new guy or whatever. It's just, it seems like they've left my demographic behind.
He had, the only thing I've really seen of him, other than the occasional episode of the show, which I don't watch anymore, was he had a great bit about Michigan, particularly northern Michigan.
Yeah, you're talking about John Oliver.
Yeah, John Oliver.
Absolutely love John Oliver. Have no problems with John Oliver. Last Week Tonight is my favorite news comedy show of all time. I'm talking about the guy that took over the Daily Show.
Noah, something or other.
Got 2 of them confused. My bad.
Yeah. Noah something or other. That would be the guy.
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
There we go.
Okay. All right. Final 2 things on the list. Top 15 things, big things of 2015. Leonard Nimoy passed away. We are down to very few members of the original Star Trek cast now. But of all that we could have lost, Nimoy was just, he was a very, very special human being. And very moving tribute to him done at the this year's round of Star Trek conventions that I got a chance to be a part of, and it was just, what more can be said? And then we're gonna round it out on a happier note. The last on our list of the top 15 2015, it's Mana Biscuit. Hey, we came out in 2015. Yeah.
Totally worth sitting through that entire list just to find out that we're
horrible narcissists.
Horrible narcissists. No, we said it before, and we're going to say it again here. This has been an absolute blast to do, even like tonight when it's not an absolute blast to do, because TJ is death warmed over. The internet is dying. We've had an unbelievable number of difficulties getting this thing going, but we do it because there's like 10, 15 people out there a week that watch it, and hopefully you enjoy it because we enjoy doing it and getting together and just having a good time on Skype, recording it, put it up on YouTube, and hopefully some more people will latch onto that in 2016. But if they don't, we'll still be here.
We're shooting for 30 by the end of 2016.
30 average viewers.
Yeah, 30 average viewers. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we have 33 subscribers, guys. Come on, just stop ignoring your subscription feed.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
40 then.
I'm going to start sending Facebook messages to people that I know and being like, why aren't you watching, bro?
Why did you watch it, boo? All right.
All right, let's do how long is this running so far?
I think we're about done. This is an extra long bonus episode for no particular order. Just a little bit of errata. There will be no Mana Biscuit proper this week because of the illness, because of the technical difficulties, and there will be no Mana Biscuit proper episode next week. Maybe, I don't know. We're gonna do a spoiler cast for Star Wars next week. I think almost everyone I know that watches this on Facebook has posted and said they've seen it by now. But fair warning, and we'll warn at the beginning of the video, we're going to do a spoiler cast. Nothing will be off limits. We're going to talk about every last aspect of that movie, and we're going to have a blast doing it. So hopefully you enjoy that, and will join us for that. But for now, for this week, we're going to get out of here. We're going to say goodbye to you. We're going to say goodbye to 2015, and we will see you next week with more Mana Biscuit things. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And there's TJ, frozen in place.